So hey there everybody, as always, welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Rich, I'm the channel host, and 9 times out of 10 here we're going to be talking about building our small drone businesses and building our small tech businesses. Now, one of the most daunting things in talking to all of my students over the years and the folks on my Patreon channel, one of the scariest things is building your own website to promote your business. It's not necessarily the website structure itself. More often than not, when people are hesitant about building their own website for their business, it's because they don't know how to write for their small business. We can't be great at everything if we're great drone pilots and, all these other things that we're good at. Of course, there are going to be some things we're not comfortable with. Writing for your website is possibly one of the most uncomfortable things you can do. We're going to talk more about that, and we're going to talk about how to solve that problem or ease that problem coming up next. So I've heard it time and again from folks who contact me through YouTube or through my classes. I'm not really suited to building my own business website. I understand what you're saying, but sometimes as a small business owner, we've got to get ourselves out there. Maybe we don't have the money to hire someone on, and we just need a little help and a push in the right direction to get our website and the information on our website going. So what we're looking at here is azdrone.net. This has been one of my primary websites for years. I built this website to reach out to the construction and residential and real estate markets in my area in northern Arizona. We also do work for clients in southern Arizona as well. So I wanted to be found easily, and azdrone.net is a great way to do that. That's a pretty obvious name where I'm operating out of. But after coming up with the name for the business and getting your .net or your .com, you've got to fill your web page with information. Not only do you have to fill your web page with information, it's got to be information that's relevant to what your potential customers are searching for. So we do drone construction progression reporting. We do 2D and 3D models. We do video flights. We do still flights. And we do 360s from our drones, and we offer a variety of other services. And if I want to get found for those services, I've got to write something about those services. Now, this is kind of a utilitarian website here. It's not my prettiest website, but the biggest market that I'm after is construction services. I want to show them that I'm capable of doing this, and I need to be able to tell them I'm capable of doing this. When I say tell, I mean we have to write some words down in order for YouTube to search our website and get a feel for what our website's about. So we're going to need to come up with a lot of words. With one of my clients, I always say to her when we're updating her website, words, words, words. We want words. Her website is all about art and art gallery and art products. And, sometimes writing words about paintings or framing doesn't come naturally to us. Fortunately, there's a new tool out there called ChatGPT that can actually help us write our websites. We're going to get into that more in just a moment. But first, so AZ Drone, we cover a variety of topics in here. We have our construction services. We have our aerial imaging. So this is the first page giving people an overview of what we do. And then we make some interior pages homing in on very specific services that we want to offer to customers. So construction services, aerial photography, and then talking about formats for that. We talk about 360 virtual tours. We also talk about the classes that we do here at AZ Drone. And then we also have real estate, about us, giving a little information about our website and our contact. Now, once again, not the prettiest page in the world. It's a little more utilitarian because of the particular markets that I'm targeting, specifically construction. They want to see things done. They don't need the home of Better Homes and Gardens photo on the front page because that feels more like a realtor's domain than the builder's domain. I'm going to close this one down. I'm going to show you one of our other clients. So this is a very pretty website. We've been working with Pointer Rocks for years now on their website, and we've got this beautiful intro with some visuals here. But right away, we start getting into content about the website and about the business itself, the RV campground. And if you go under each of these, we can look at campground videos, discover Prescott, parks and amenities, Each of these pages has additional information about the business, things to do in the area. So this is a very informational website. Even though it looks very pretty, we've got a ton of written content in here. And that written content is what drives Google to send people to you. I'm going to close that one. And we also have our seemybuild.com. And the seemybuild.com isn't something that I want searched for. I don't care if YouTube indexes it or not, because I give out links to my clients that I'm working with to come see their final products on the See My Build website. So I don't need that YouTube outreach there. So, but I still do want good information on the site, and good information on your website is always going to help bring in customers sooner. We're going to close that and show you one of our other clients. Once again, a very pretty looking website, but it does have a lot of written content in it because it's a web page about hot sauces. And let me tell you, you can only say so many things about hot sauces, but we found a new way to help us with that too, called ChatGPT. So let's take a look at the let's go over to this. So just to answer some questions as you're watching this really quickly, we do have a class on creating custom web pages for our clients, like the See My Build site that I showed you just a few moments ago. So if you go over to classes.azdrone.net, take a look for create custom web pages for drone clients, you're going to see our whole process on how we built our See My Build website. Now, the process that you learn there can be applied to your generic business website as well. So it doesn't just have to be about custom pages for our clients. We can utilize this class to start building our business website, whether it's a drone business website or a photography website or an IT services website. All of our websites need this kind of content. So go over to classes.azdrone.net and check out our creating custom web pages for drone clients. And you can take a look at the course list. By the way, the course does have multiple previews because I like you to find out whether or not you like my teaching style and whether or not the information that I'm putting into this is going to be useful to you. All right, so how do we write good content for our own websites? I know it's a tough thing, but in recent weeks, a lot of people have been talking about ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT is this strange AI-like service that will actually write things for us. And I'm just going to click over here and take a look because I've been playing with ChatGPT, and over the weekend I shared it with the folks on my Patreon channel. If you want to know more about the Patreon channel, take a look in the links down below. So I took them through some of this and I said, we've been experimenting with ChatGPT. My last video here on YouTube was about using QGIS for drone flight planning and analysis. Now, I decided for my description on that video that I was going to have ChatGPT write the description for me and see what kind of job it did. And so I typed into ChatGPT, write me a paragraph about using QGIS for drones. And ChatGPT came back to me with this maybe 2-paragraph answer, actually. And it was an awesome answer. It actually really wrote some nice content for me. I could take that content and put it into my website, or in the case of us, I put it into my YouTube description. And that could be the building blocks for some of your content for your website. ChatGPT, don't depend on this to write everything for your website. It doesn't know everything about you. But if you give it some pretty generic and basic questions about the business category you're in, you might be extremely surprised by what ChatGPT offers us. So let's scroll down. And I just also popped in, write me a YouTube title comparing the TI-99A. Remember that old desktop computer from back in the 80s? I sure do. I had one in 7th grade. And I wanted to compare, the power between an iPhone 14 and the power of a TI-99A. It wrote up some very nice content comparing the two devices. And I'm just going to scroll down a little more to give you this idea. I told it, write me a YouTube title about drone construction progression reporting. And its title is awesome, Revolutionizing Construction Using Drones for Progression Reporting. That's a great YouTube title. That's a great website title as well. You could incorporate this into your business website. So once again, ChatGPT is not going to write everything for you, but I do think if you ask it the right questions, it can help you build some of your written content, getting you over that hurdle of I'm not a good writer. And when you get over that hurdle, you're going to find that YouTube will be able to send you more searches because you're actually providing information, answering questions. So I asked it about write me a paragraph about ChatGPT to create a Patreon channel topic, and it wrote several things. So I went through several items with the Patreon folks this weekend. And so we had it write us a few paragraphs about Arizona hot sauce, since we do deal with dancing skeleton, because there's only so many things you can say about hot sauce. But ChatGPT helped us with new written content for the hot sauce website. Absolutely crazy. While we were talking on our Patreon group yesterday, we also were talking about Metashape and building models. So I decided let's do a tell me more about Metashape and drones. The results were actually very impressive. Metashape, also known as Photoscan, is a photogrammetry software developed by Agisoft. It goes on to talk about what it can be used for, and it's very accurate write-ups. This could be a write-up on my azdrone.net website for people coming to visit who want to learn about the tools that I'm using. So now it's up to you. You need to start thinking about your location, the types of services you're offering, and what you want to say to your potential readership. Now we're going to do one more thing. We're going to ask ChatGPT to do something while we're here together. Write a few paragraphs about drone-based businesses. So I'm asking this to write a few paragraphs about drone-based businesses and to start down the path of what I probably want to say about my drone-based business, if that's the type of business you're building. Let's hit return and see what ChatGPT does. It's going to take a moment for us here, but I wanted to give you a live, real-time feel for this. Now, sometimes this takes a couple of moments. I don't know how ChatGPT is scouring the internet. However, here it is. It is writing some information and content for us right now. And if nothing else, even if you don't use it on your website, maybe this is a launching point for some of the things that you want to talk to your clients about. So it's still writing for us, but let's take a look. Drones, also known as unmanned aerial vehicles, have become increasingly popular in recent years, and they have opened up new opportunities for businesses across a wide range of industries. Some most common drone-based business models include aerial photography and videography under number 1. Wow, this is sounding great to me so far. Agriculture under number 2. Drones equipped with sensors can be used to survey crops, monitor health, and even perform precision spraying, which can help farmers increase crop yields and reduce cost. Number 3, inspection and surveying. Number 4, delivery. Number 5, search and rescue. These are some of the most common drone-based business models, but as technology improves, new opportunities will arise. Okay, you get the idea. So I would suggest heading over to chat.openai.com and checking out ChatGPT, because this is a tool that can help you start writing your content without a doubt. I wouldn't say just type it in and then copy paste it into your website, but I would say a lot of this here is very useful, and maybe I add a couple of sentences, rephrase a couple of things, but suddenly now I have meaningful articles and meaningful web page information. And remember, Google searches on words. It doesn't search on still photos. It doesn't search on videos. It is reading your website, and SEO, search engine optimization, is a component of getting Google to your website. So the more meaningful content, the more relevant content, the better this is going to be. Let's say I'm going to type one more thing. Tell me about building a drone business in Arizona. So maybe I want to look up my town, my state, my region, and see what types of words will draw people into my website and get them informed about what it is I do. So let's see what it's doing. Arizona is a great place to start a drone-based business due to its diverse geography and growing technology industry. Here are some things to consider when building a business in Arizona. Look at this. So compliance with FAA regulations, insurance. So this is writing some things up that I could use as a blog post or as a page on my business site here. Our business model. So, all I asked it to do was tell me about building a drone-based business in Arizona. And this thing is still cranking out some ideas for me. And so far, some of these ideas seem very relevant to my business and sound like a perfect fit for my business webpage. All right, everyone, we're going to wrap this one up. I could talk about this all day long. It's very interesting. ChatGPT is not a substitute for your own voice and your own thoughts about your business. However, ChatGPT can help you launch some of your ideas and concepts in written format to help get all of those Google searches into your website and start reaching the clients you want to reach. So check out ChatGPT today. Stop over to classes.azdrone.net. Check out our class about building those custom web pages for your clients, because that class will also lead to help you build your own pages for your website as well. As always, everybody, thanks for being part of this channel. Be sure to like and subscribe down below. Check out our class links. Check out our Patreon information. And with that said, we'll see y'all really soon, and hopefully we'll be getting some flights in soon once all this snow and cold weather in northern Arizona stops.